All right, friends, more on the debate with sev3ridge, Goatis versus Vegan Gains. Vegan Gains, man, I'm telling you, this guy's so reaching, fake artificial diet.
Okay, so again, I'll leave the name of the meta-analysis: comparison of vitamin D2 and
So they're arguing about vitamin D.
vitamin D3 supplementation in raising serum 25 hydroxy vitamin D status. So 25 hydroxy vitamin D. That's the form of vitamin D in serum where it's like the active form in the body, and vitamin D2 is a
Okay, this part he's about to get into. He's gonna stay. He's gonna state that animal products make you ill and give you disease. Okay, watch him lose this argument.
able to raise 25 hydroxy vitamin D. Now, it wasn't as good as vitamin D3, but I think that's still a topic of contention, whether or not you can actually get vitamin D3 from plants. I'd actually have to look up into that.
Plants are deficient. There's nothing you can get. He's far-reaching. There's nothing. There's nothing. It's deficient and it's toxic and it's sugar. Oh God, man. And he wants you to eat fucking pharmaceuticals, supplements, which are pharmaceuticals. They're made in laboratories. And he's going to argue that they're not pharmaceuticals. They are pharmaceuticals if they're made in a laboratory. They're called supplements, but they're made in a laboratory. Therefore, they're pharmaceuticals.
Look into that topic a little more, because
They're synthetic, thus pharmaceutical.
you threw me off there. I just haven't studied vitamin D enough to give you a good answer.
You just don't need a prescription for them, that's all. They're legal.
Okay, so the point is, you can get forms of vitamin D from plants through supplementation. I know you personally don't like supplementation, but that is a route to get vitamin D.
Why the fuck should we take any supplementation? It's unnatural, you idiot. Oh, I have to because you want to win with artificial. You want to do artificial. You want to create artificial humans. You want to force people to eat artificial drugs, synthesized supplement drugs, pharmaceuticals. Is that it? This is crazy. This guy is insane. He's like Dr. Frankenstein.
And secondly, I think it is worthwhile to point out that, okay, you can get vitamin D, and even if we were to agree for the sake of argument that, okay, if we followed your diet where you eat all these different brains,
You can only get vitamin D from the sun, or you can get it. And if you're in a climate that doesn't have sun, that's what he's arguing. In a cold climate where you're not getting vitamin D, you're deficient. You have to get it from animals. You do. That's why you see people in Siberia. They eat, these Eskimos, Siberians, they eat a lot of meat and fat. Yeah, they don't eat any plant foods because there are none up there.
different organs, lots of fat, it would be impossible to be nutrient deficient in anything. Well, the issue there is you're eating.
That's right. It's impossible to be nutrient deficient eating animals in the wild. And he's going to try to bring up, you're going to eat a duck or a chicken. That's not the same. That's not our diet.
Animal foods that have been proven to increase risk of chronic disease. And one of the reasons.
Yeah, what, eating chickens? You're not supposed to be eating chickens. You're supposed to be eating wild animals out there, yeah.
Why these animal foods increase risk of chronic disease is because they elevate your serum cholesterol score. So
look at his goofy face and that goofy argument he makes. It's all fake, man. Like his fake diet.
I think, so I would argue that it would be more beneficial to follow a nutrient deficient vegan diet where you have to take supplement.
What? So it would be good to follow a vegan diet that's deficient in nutrients, which is anti-nutrient, and has toxins in it to destroy your cells, fuck up, disrupt your cells, and give you weird diseases and shit, metabolic, neurological, and everything. Stress the fuck out of your body, increase aging due to the stress from the toxins and the deficiency in nutrients, and to take artificial supplements, which don't work. You understand me? Just for the sake of, well, I have to be vegan and I have to suffer and be unhealthy and be decrepit because I want to save the animals. Yes, okay.
But you avoid these disease-causing animal foods.
And I'm trying to convert us meat eaters into herbivores. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, we're evolving, or we haven't evolved, or we're gonna evolve. He's gonna evolve us. We're actually devolving. You know that. The more you gravitate away from nature, you're devolving. That's why everybody's becoming sick, ill, relying on the system, decrepit. They age fast. They are infertile. They can't even have kids. The death rates are up now. It's just going higher and higher. Cardiovascular diseases, all kinds, metabolic skin diseases, and everything. Eating an artificial diet, which is not a human diet.
Right. I understand that you don't care or even don't like nature. Maybe you hate nature, but how do you see this? It's just so ridiculous. So in nature, as human beings, as any animal that has a natural diet, the only way for them to get it is to eat animals, right? Vitamin D, and that's what people do all around the world, obviously, but especially more so when they don't get sunlight for many months. How could those animals somehow slowly kill you, which is kind of what you're saying? If what you're eating are the animal cells, which are exactly like your animal cells, like how can nature? It's just so beyond retarded. How can nature kill you, even though the only way to get these nutrients is through eating the animals? But somehow there's this bad thing, this boogeyman, cholesterol, saturated animal fat. I just don't understand the level of retarded that like your viewers. I just feel so sad for your viewers.
Okay, well,
I can't understand that either, man. Why would nature created you? Nature made us into carnivores so we could stay healthy because we are not herbivores. If you were a herbivore, you'd be massive. You'd be able to convert sugar and these toxins and everything and cellulose into muscle. You'd be massive and big and strong, but you can't. And that's why you're weak and small. Humans are weak and small. It's just a ridiculous argument. Yeah, vegan gains is nuts.
Diet that just damaged their brain.
That's right. Meat is not deficient in any one nutrient, and you don't need supplements or drugs or anything artificial.
Okay, well, I have a few things to say to that. For one thing,
you'll never be sick or have diseases or anything eating that. It will not stress you or accelerate aging. If anything, NCBI says that meat is anti-aging. Anti-aging. Why is that? Why is meat anti-aging? Oh, because it's not deficient in any one nutrient, and it's natural. It's made up of animal proteins, which what we're made up of. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, I didn't know that. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, man. That's why it's anti-aging. It's no stress.
Do you think it could be possible that there are benefits to eating certain foods and there are also negatives to eating certain foods?
Yeah, there's benefits to eating your natural diet, and there's consequences when you eat something artificial, you idiot. Because you live in an artificial world. Man's world is an artificial world. It isn't nature. That's why you're all sick and fucking retarded and nuts, chasing fake man-made money and fake man-made crazy dreams and shit that you fabricated. The thing is, your lifespan, I don't know how long it could be, and even in nature, why would you want to live in man's world? Don't you want to enjoy nature? No, because man thinks he could do better than nature, see?
No, absolutely not. The natural human diet.
This is the narcissistic behavior of man. He thinks that he could do better than nature. Man thinks he's God, and he is not God.
It only has benefits. There are zero, just nothing bad whatsoever about it.
Okay, well, the way evolution works, it's basically an attempt to just improve survivability. Just because we've evolved.
No, it's not. Evolution is made to make us better over time. But we're devolving now because we started eating outside our natural diet. That's why our bodies shrank in our brains. That's why we're becoming weaker and iller over time. That's why we all have to complain and say we're weak. We have to lift a heavy weight, get stronger. Because how we gotta get stronger, lift a heavy weight because we're all weak, right? Vegan Gains, even Vegan Gains gotta lift a heavy weight. He gotta go gym, lift a weight because he's weak. He sees himself as weak. He's small and he's weak, therefore he's weak. Get it? But bigger people, they're stronger. A bigger brain is stronger than a little brain. A bigger body is stronger than a little body. And our bodies have gotten smaller, and so have our brains. Get it? Yeah, man. That's why we've gotten stupider. That's why we're all weak. We got to go to the gym, lift a heavy weight, get stronger. But we're not getting any bigger. Therefore, we're not getting any physically stronger. But we got a heavy lift.
To eat certain foods, like let's say for the sake of argument, we evolved to eat meat, that doesn't mean it's perfectly 100%.
We didn't evolve to eat meat. We were made to eat meat because we're carnivores. What an idiot. You don't evolve to eat meat. You just are what you are. Like lions didn't evolve to eat meat. They eat meat. Get it? Because they can't. We don't have a system to filter out toxins and the sugar and the toxins and the cellulose. We can't convert it into muscle. If anything, it's toxic to us too. And so we eat the animals. The cow eats the grass. We eat the cow. Therefore, we're healthy and we're not deficient in any nutrients. Get it? Yeah, man.
Healthy for us. Look at what's happening to pandas right now.
And then we're strong. But Vegan Gains, he wants to devolve and make himself even weaker because he thinks devolving is part of evolution. Yeah. What an idiot.
Pandas have evolved to eat bamboo. Well, bamboo is
They didn't evolve to eat bamboo. That's their natural diet in nature. This guy's an idiot.
extremely low in nutrition. There's only a certain type of bamboo they can even eat, I believe, and that's actually the primary reason for their.
He doesn't know anything. He's just pretending he knows something because he's a human, and no human knows anything. They're born with instincts. This is what I try to preach or teach on my channel. That no human knows anything out there. They don't know anything. That's why he's fabricating. He's guessing, fabricating, not sure. He's got to use studies and everything because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't understand anything or know anything. He pretends he does by using studies. These studies could be faked by other humans, a lot of them, because if it comes to money and supplements, they want to make money. So they'll pay off some dude to fabricate a bit or exaggerate something. Over-exaggerate something, but you can't totally fake the truth. That's the problem. You can exaggerate it, but you can't cover up the truth. This is really difficult. That's why you can't beat natural. An artificial dude, this artificial diet is trying to beat something natural. It's impossible. You cannot beat something natural with artificial because artificial is fake. It'll always be fake. It's like steroids could build a muscle. If they could build a muscle, everybody would be taking them. Get it? Because it's artificial, it doesn't last. When you don't take it, it's gone because it doesn't build muscle. It builds artificial muscles called sarcoplasmic muscles.
Why they're going extinct, pandas. So just because...
Why are they going extinct? Because you are destroying them. You're the environment by creating fucking these crazy farms, these farms going up everywhere. Your vegan farms.
Just because you might have evolved to eat a certain thing in a certain quantity.
Animals don't do that. They eat off the land and they shit and they create the land. They make the land what it is. But you destroy by slashing and burning and destroying the land and growing your crazy plants everywhere.
That doesn't mean your diet is going to be absolutely perfect for you. A panda's diet, it's very difficult for them to get an adequate amount of nutrition.
That's nice, but we're not pandas. Where are you? See, again, you see, this is how you fabricate. He's trying to compare pandas with human beings. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Just because of what they've evolved to eat. So do you think the same could be maybe
Again, they didn't evolve to eat that. That's their natural diet, you idiot.
Case for human beings where, possibly... through we have to get certain nutrients through animal foods, but there's a caveat that if we eat too much, we increase our risk of chronic disease. Do you think that could be
No. The more nutrient dense foods you eat, the healthier you get. Yeah.
Possibility?
Panda eating bamboo is similar to how vegans eat only plants because they have a carnivore's digestive tract, so they should be eating meat, but they don't for whatever reason. I wouldn't possibly know.
That's right. That's right. Humans have a carnivore tract. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, well, the point I was making is,
Our problem is we don't eat our diet, our meat diet raw anymore. We're cooking it. It becomes carcinogenic. We cook it, especially people cook it in seed oils and stuff. So then they confuse and they say, well, they're eating carnivore diet. Some people are getting sick. Well, if you're cooking it and frying it up and whatever in seed oils and weird shit, and then putting more of these like herbs and shit and spices, whatever, that are made from plants that are toxic, what's making you sick? See what I mean? This guy's an idiot. You'd have to measure somebody that ate their pure carnivore diet, raw as possible, without any interference from fucking plants.
evolution isn't perfect. Let's say if we did evolve to include some animal products in our diet, that doesn't
We're not. You're devolving us. This guy's nuts, man.
mean if we eat, if we eat these products, they don't have positives and negatives. Doesn't mean
Right.
we've
So what you're
perfectly
saying
adapted
is
to a certain food.
so what you're saying is that we are now switching to eating only plants and taking pharmaceuticals. That's evolution to you.
Okay,
Yeah, that's evolution. Evolution is eating a fake, artificial, man-made diet. You understand me? That's vegan gains.
no, I don't think you're understanding my argument. I'm saying
No, we understand you perfectly. That's what you. That's what you consider evolving by creating something artificial. It's not out of nature. You evolve if you're in nature. Yeah, maybe there's an evolution, but it would happen in nature in a natural way. But he says, hey, you want to do man's world, fake, artificial, and evolve. This is insanity.
you're saying if you eat a natural diet, it has to be 100% perfect, not cause any disease at all. Well, what
It
I'm
will be 100% perfect in nature. Your diet is 100% perfect. It is. It is.
saying is there are positives and negatives to every food, every diet, and one of the negatives to
No, there isn't. There isn't any whatsoever.
your diet is that it is being demonstrably proven to increase risk of heart disease.
No, they're demonstratively trying to do that so they can get market share and make man-made fake money from you. Get it? You understand?
Which is the main cause of death worldwide. So
It's the main cause of them making money off stupid people like you. The elites, yeah, they eat all the animal foods, the good stuff, and they let you eat the shit, the slave diet. This guy's such a slave, Vegan Gates. He's such an idiot. He's been so enslaved by the system. Yeah, let me eat even more shit, garbage, like fucking vegan diet.
maybe it's not such a great idea to eat a
Okay.
natural diet.
Yes, we'll evolve to eating engineered man-made fruits and vegetables and man-made fake foods like pizza and shit, cardboard and fucking sawdust and everything. Yes, and our snacks and stuff. We eat sawdust in our Rice Krispies. That's great.
So you probably believe that there's somehow miraculous exceptions to all of this, and everything besides studies, which are wrote by mostly by pharmaceutical companies or supported by them,
Of
that is
course.
just irrelevant. But the oldest living man right now, his slogan for life, he's 113 right now, is always butter, never margarine. He's been eating butter his whole life. Even if you say that that's anecdotal, blah, 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 just like all people who live a long life, then you would still have to say, fuck, you're living to 113 is pretty good odds. And of course, people should keep eating butter. Even if you call it anecdotal, you can live to 113 years by eating meat and butter every day.
That's right. That's right. Eating meat and butter every day, you could live to 113 and even longer and beyond. And that's what they give us to eat anyways. They don't even, the animals they give us to eat right now, the cows and all that, They're farmed, of course. They're not wild animals. You're not eating wild caribou. If you were to eat that, you'd probably live even longer and much healthier and look younger.
Okay, well, the issue with that, Sverige, is there
And you wouldn't have to say, well, I'm weak. We're all weak, and we have to lift a heavy weight. Vegan gains. Yeah.
can be like weird outliers in a population. I had a neighbor who lived down the street from me. He was a very heavy smoker. He started smoking since he was 13 years old.
Okay.
He lived up until 84, which is longer than the...
So he lived up to 84 smoking cigarettes. So what? What if the environment of the air was polluted? And so what? He was eating he was eating his natural diet. That's why he lived so long.
average life expectancy in this country for a male. So does that mean smoking isn't really all that harmful? Because I can find...
He died at 84. That's why he died prematurely, of course. That just proves...
I was just about to say the same thing. He died prematurely, 84. How long should a human live? See, that we're in the modern world, we've lost this. We're out of touch with reality. We don't know anymore because it's gone.
Well, Sverige, you can probably bring up this article.
We're devolving.
With a quick Google search. There's a woman, I think in India, who's a heavy smoker, and she claims to be over 100 years old. So, again, you can find anecdotal examples. I think actually one of the oldest...
But who knows when she's going to...
This guy's crazy. So these people started smoking in what? Their old age? And he's going to say, well, there's a smoker down the street. He lived to 84. Oh, but he started smoking only the last couple of years. Oh, okay. That's interesting, yeah.
Die. For example, the other oldest living woman that was 118, I believe.
It's like talking about these people that run like marathons. All the ones that have been running, the young ones, they're all dead. And they'd be like, what about these old people running marathons? Yeah, they just started running marathons. Duh.
From Italy, she ate raw meat and 1 raw egg a day or 2 raw eggs, whatever. So she ate raw animal foods. Again, I like the odds of living to that kind of age, and I don't need studies or anything. If I see people who live over 110 and eat butter and raw animal foods, then absolutely I'll go for it.
Okay, well...
I absolutely agree with him. You learn by example. And that's how I learned too. Through my experiences in my example, plants are fucking nasty and toxic, deficient. It'll make you decrepit, weak, and fuck you up. But animal products are what we eat, and they'll make you healthy, strong, bigger, better, stronger, and faster.
Well, Sverige, I can find people who've lived over 100 who smoke cigarettes regularly. Does that mean...
Yeah, they lived over 100 who smoke cigarettes regularly, starting at the age of 98. Oh, okay, that's great. That's great, Vegan Gains.
Smoking cigarettes is good because I can find...
No, because they maybe died 103, 105. That doesn't mean that they live healthy, or doesn't mean that they look healthy. If all of those people eat a high animal fat diet and the smoking simply decreases...
There's no proof that they were smoking their entire fucking existence cigarettes from the time of whenever. I don't even know when. See, the question is, he didn't prove anything. When did they start smoking? See what I mean? At the end of their life? The beginning, the middle? When did they start smoking exactly, Vegan Gains? Just people were smoking and they lived to 100. Yeah, I don't know. Some people eat shit, right? And they live to 100. I don't know. This guy's insane, man.
Increases their lifespan or makes them sick quicker. That doesn't mean that smoking, that's not even logical what you're saying.
Okay, well, wait a second. How do you know smoking...
Smoking has nothing to do with food anyways.
...didn't increase their life expectancy when you have these people living over 100?
What does smoking have to do with fucking vegan and carnivore diet, you asshole?
Simply because I don't believe that smoking is healthy for you. You're ingesting smoke.
Okay, well, why not?
Because you're ingesting smoke, and I don't know what they smoke. If they smoke typical cigarettes, then why do I need to list to you the harmful side effects of smoking right now?
Okay, well, how do you know that smoking has harmful side effects?
Who gives a shit, man? What does this have to do with being a vegan?
Okay, are you talking about commercial cigarettes?
Yeah. How do you know smoking has harmful side effects?
Okay, so for one thing, they add a sugar coating where at the end of the cigarette.
I know that cigarettes have sugar in them. That's what makes them addictive.
So when you smoke it, you smoke the caramelized sugar basically, and you inhale that. And nicotine itself is not healthy for sure. Do you disagree with that?
Yeah, it's a plant. It's made from plants, and therefore it's unhealthy because all plants are unhealthy. Vegan is just fucking himself up even more. Let's smoke vegan plants and make ourselves even more sick. Yeah, hooray.
Okay, well, sev3ridge, I'm asking you, how do you know cigarette smoking is unhealthy? Like, what
Because it's based on vegan plants, that's why it's unhealthy.
what evidence are you basing this on?
I just told you.
Okay, well, I can find people who live over 100 who are smokers. Actually, one of the longest living people who ever lived, I think she lived up until 114. She occasionally smoked cigarettes.
Okay, so she started smoking what? The last 2 years up to her death, 114. And so what?
So, what's the evidence? If you're going to rely on anecdotal claims,
Yeah, but what does nothing to do with food? Food is
so what? It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to do with food, but if you want to bring it, man.
Doesn't matter. These people smoke cigarettes, so clearly, some of these longest living people who ever lived, they smoked cigarettes. So clearly, cigarette smoking
They smoked cigarettes at the end of their life, and so what?
is good for you, right?
Are you joking?
Is it good for you? No, because it's based on vegan diet, vegan plants.
Or are you retarded?
No, I'm showing why your line of reasoning is.
You call them retarded. Are you retarded, man? Vegan Gains. Look at vegan guys. He's trying to keep a straight face, pretending like he actually knows something. He's lost the argument. Look, he's getting an angry face.
Blood. You can't just rely on personal anecdotal claims. It's better to rely on large samples of data.
I absolutely can, because it proves that the food doesn't decrease life expectancy, and I don't care.
That's right. Why is he bringing up cigarettes? It has nothing to do with food because he lost the argument. Let's talk about something else now. Let's talk about cigarettes, bro.
Okay, well, I can.
It's
Okay,
not
good.
backed up by a study if I can see that they lived that long.
Okay, and look, who cares about all the research on smoking, increasing risk of cancer, disease, heart attacks?
Fuck me. What does this have to do with fucking vegan diet, you asshole?
I found people who are some of the longest living people on
Fuck, is this guy retarded or what?
Earth, and they smoke cigarettes. So obviously, smoking cigarettes isn't really harmful.
It has nothing to do with food, so that proves nothing. You could also say that they go out for a walk and whatever. It has nothing to do with food.
It doesn't matter if it doesn't have anything to do with food. Clearly, smoking is a healthy activity because I can find some people who are living over 100 who are smokers.
That has nothing to do with being healthy. Just because they lived over 100 smoking cigarettes the last 2 years of their life. Or maybe on and off, or whatever they were doing.
The zero logic.
No, that's the same exact reasoning you're using. I can find people who are living a very long time who are eating fat.
That isn't based on food. Cigarettes isn't based on eating food. Huh, man, this guy's nuts.
Your reasoning. Well, I can find people who are living a very long time smoking cigarettes. So,
What, man? I can show you people that are taking drugs and they lived a long time too, whatever, smoking drugs, or whatever, or doing some shit, hitting themselves with a board over the head. I don't know, man. This guy is insane.
Anecdotal claims, is that a higher weight of evidence than meta-analyses, randomized trials?
But smoking doesn't increase longevity. There's zero proof for it, whereas you're comparing food with smoking.
Exactly.
You create
those people that live to 114, like Vegan Gains just said, smoking cigarettes, they were eating a carnivore diet, but smoking cigarettes. So he's like, hey, man, but they were smoking cigarettes. They lived to 114. Yeah, but they were on a carnivore diet, dude. What are you talking about?
hormones. You create cells by eating food. You need saturated animal fat and cholesterol for one thing. This is why all of the longest living people eat those.
Yeah, no vegan has ever lived over 100. No vegan has ever lived over 100.
High animal fat diets. Smoking does nothing like that, so you have zero proof.
Okay, well, the longest living population on Earth is the Adventist vegetarians. They have the longest average life expectancy. So
No, they don't. That's a lie. And they do a bunch of things. They eat meat products.
And the longest living ones are the fish eaters. I really looked into it.
Okay, well, they had the lowest
Fish eaters are the longest living.
risk of all-cause mortality. That's true, but you're only talking about, what was it, like 1.2 years or something on average?
Yeah, well, no, but I know many people from these groups, and a lot of them eat meat. I would rather than look, if you want to talk about civilizations and whatever, then I would look at all of the blue zones, and all of them eat a high animal fat diet.
Okay, well, all of the blue zones also eat really healthy plant foods too, like beans and legumes.
But because they eat a slave diet, they added it in there, but they eat an animal-based diet.
So
Yeah, but-
why are you cherry picking? Certain foods over others?
Because the staple of their diet is animal fat.
That's right.
Okay.
Animal fat is the staple of their diet.
So can you actually provide me any research showing that the majority of their diet comes from animal fat? And
Oh my God, it's been proven already. Fuck, man, this is stupid. There's so many videos on it.
actually, better yet, why don't you show me a blue zone country and show me that the people who eat more animal fat in these countries or in these areas, they live longer than the people who eat a more plant-based diet.
Have you not heard about the Okinawans, the island of pork?
Okay, well, the research I've seen there, the vast majority of their diet is plant-based, and most of their...
No, it's not. It's pork, and they had to actually import. Now, he's going to talk about World War II when they were deficient in it, and they had to import more pork again and raise their pork and start eating it again. So they were going through a type of a, I don't know, you could call it a famine or something. So they're not plant-based.
Calories come from purple and orange sweet potatoes.
Oh my God. Did you know that this comes from after World War II when they killed most of the pigs?
That's
so
okay.
they had, you didn't even know this. Oh my God.
Okay, cool. So,
And the fucking Vegan Gains is such an idiot. Christ, man. He can't investigate anything as long as it makes him look good. He's such a moron.
This is where it comes from. They were starving, man. They were starving at the time.
okay,
It was
good.
a starvation time to them, just like it is with all humans.
Okay,
And
so
they eat raw goat meat, they eat fish, they cook everything in lard, which is pig fat. They eat a pig fat diet. That's why they live. That's why so many there live to over 100 years old.
He has no rebuttal, Vegan Gains, because he knows he's hiding the truth. And then, oh, fuck, sev3ridge caught me again. sev3ridge got me. If I could just find something, if they're not knowledgeable on something, I win the argument. If I can trick them and they don't have fucking knowledge, I can win the argument. Get it? It's just about winning the argument, even though I've already lost because I eat something artificial and it's fake.
okay, so that's good, sev3ridge. The issue here is that there's no granularity to this data set. So there are a lot of things that can go into longevity, disease prevention, your genetics.
Yeah, it's easy. It's called eating your natural diet in nature. It'll never fail you.
Your overall lifestyle, what activity you do, living a stress-free life, things like
We're in the 21st century. Why is everybody sick? Why do you need toothpaste, toothbrushes? Why is everybody teeth falling apart? Why do you need dentists? Why do you need doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists? Why the fuck do you need all these things, doctors, toilet paper? Because you're living an artificial fucking life, bro. Get it? You understand, vegan Mr. Gains? And you're fucking devolving. You're disintegrating faster than the last time. In nature, none of these things exist. Toothpaste, toothbrushes, chemicals, these weird fucking things that you're doing to yourself. You don't need any of these things out there. You'll survive and thrive and live long. Longer, for sure. But in this world, your life has been cut short because you're living an artificial life. So it's been cut way short. Even dogs, they've mentioned this. Their lifespan has been cut more than in half. So yeah, I don't know where else to go on this video, man. I don't want to. It could go forever, bro. But you can see how it goes. Like, Vegan Gains just wants to win at any cost. Artificial can never win against natural. I'll see you in the next one, man. Ciao.